There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission.
There have been several different stories in the news recently about squatters taking over people's homes, basically stealing them and making it a legal nightmare for the owners who have to go through a very expensive and lengthy legal process in order to get them evicted. And a lot of times this happens from someone who is renting a home, then the home gets sold, and then when the new owner wants to move in, the tenant claims that they still have a lease, and then it becomes this big legal nightmare. But in other cases, people literally just break into the homes. Oftentimes, it's an empty home from someone's parent who passed away, and they're out of state or out of the area, and so they haven't gotten around to selling the home just yet. And so one of the recent cases is in New York, of course, a liberal hellhole. And it's so bizarre that this is allowed to happen. And it looks like word gets out to certain scumbag individuals, and they know how to work the system. And so they'll break into a home and then have their cell phone bill forwarded to that address. And so then when the homeowner calls the police, they show the cell phone bill as supposed evidence that they live there. And then the owner has to go through the eviction process.
You know, we've all seen this quote. The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final and most essential command. And the reason why I show you this, it's because this is Morning Joe. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really, you know what, I don't really care. Start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth.
Okay. Everybody brace for impact. Morning Joe missile coming down the pike. He's getting ready. He's getting ready to lie. You can tell he's like, you know how Pinocchio's nose got long? That his hair gets higher as he lies more. That's what...
It's kind of like, you know what, I don't really care. Start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth.
There you go.
And F you if you can't handle the truth.
Wait, whoa. Did Morning Joe just tell me to fuck off? Is his Morning Joe not decaf?
The rumors are true. I am finally free. Candace Owens tweets about the news of her leaving the Daily Wire. Now, again, I think that this has been a long time in the making, quite frankly. And if you have been paying attention to all the signals, then you can kind of guess where this was headed. Babylon Bee obviously making fun of this event. Daily Wire quietly cancels the upcoming Little Mermaid remake starring Candace Owens. Jeremy Boring tweeting this morning, Daily Wire and Candace Owens have ended their relationship. This tweet getting a lot of play and a lot of reactions here. Good for her. You guys suck anyway. I thought the Daily Wire was about free speech. Massive L for the Daily Wire. Very Hollywood move from the Daily Wire. I just ended my subscription, people are saying. I might actually like Candace now. Wanted to crush Disney only to become them. And there it is. Uh-oh. Okay. So, tell you what, a lot of people saying effectively they saw this coming, right? And that's a fact. That's kind of where I am. So what is Candace Owens up to now? Well, we think we know. We're pretty sure we think we know. Pretty sure. As we have been the ones reading the tea leaves from day one, you can sort of see it in what Candace is saying and in Candace's first video back.
It's putting on the lotion. Then she rose and stood to free, while causing such commotion, creating such disharmony. But she blinded me with science.
She blinded me with science.
All right, let's move on to the educated black woman speaking.
Yeah, this was from the Tony Bobolinsky, which great name.
Yeah,
he's a real writer.
We're Team Tony.
Yeah, and Tony Bobolinsky, he was obviously testifying on the Biden corruption. So
Mr. Bobolinsky, I know that you take exception to the fact that your credibility has been called into question over and over, but when someone comes to testify under oath, whether it's before this committee, behind closed doors, or in person, then we have to evaluate someone's credibility. And sir, I definitely have always had issues with your credibility, as I know that you are very well aware of. So let me remind you of what happened behind closed doors.
Well, you should ask Ro Khanna about my credibility.
I haven't asked you a question. Okay?
You are?
When I haven't. So when I ask you a question, that's when you answer. Otherwise, I'm talking. So,
excuse me?
With my time, because it's my time, I want to be clear that when we were behind closed doors, you called a number of people liars. You called the Wall Street Journal liars. You called Cassidy Hutchinson a liar. You called the FBI a liar. You called Rob Walker a liar. You called James Gilliar a liar. You called Hunter Biden a liar. You called Jim Biden a liar. And just today, you added to your list, you called my colleague, Congressman Mr. Goldman, a liar as well. It seems like...
So the evidence of him being not credible is he called Hunter Biden and the Wall Street Journal a liar?
Yeah, all the other guys who were in on it.
Jim Biden and Joe Biden.
The whole point of being a whistleblower is saying there's a cover-up and someone's lying and Bobolinsky's got the info.
He's like, you ain't credible because you calling these people liars. And it's like, I have evidence. Yeah. I was in the room when it happened. They're all liars. And you're saying that's why I'm not believable.
Yeah, I'm the witness. That's it.
And she goes, it's my time. Let me just ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, let me ask you.
It's my time.
We're sorry. We're sorry. Sorry.
I don't know if you've been paying attention, but there's been some absolutely massive revelations put out there about essentially what it was like to be a kid actor at Nickelodeon in the late 1990s to mid 2000s. There were many things that a lot of us already knew. In particular, some of the bizarre decisions that Dan Snyder made. In particular, some of the horrendous things that those kids had to endure. I'm not even talking about like woke weirdos or this, that, and the other thing. I'm talking about actual terrible things. I'm not going to go into like what happened to some of them, but it's nuts. And there's a new documentary out called Quiet on the Set, and it has revealed some truly, truly dark things. And if you know anything about Hollywood, if you know what my position is on Hollywood, even though I'm not a particularly religious individual, I believe that Hollywood is largely populated by demonic people who are predatory, people who are monsters, people who would do anything for fame, people who are literal psychopaths. That's who is in Hollywood. That's the actors. That's the directors. That's the producers.
So imagine this. A group of people break into your house. You call the police. The police refuse to arrest them, but then arrest you, claiming that you are trying to unlawfully evict them.
Here comes the truth. Here we go.
This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever. Not a close up.
Oh my God, is everybody okay? Because if you're not, you can fuck off.
This is my personal YouTube page. She tweets, I'll be bringing the show back after a brief hiatus. Please take a moment to subscribe to the new channel. So Candace Owens will be doing something on an independent level with her new channel. But not only that, Candace Owens has dropped a video on her locals page explicitly saying what she's up to and what her plans are. Have a listen.
Guys, it's Candace. The rumors are true. I am free. Welcome to my locals page. So much to talk about. Obviously, I'm going to take a couple of weeks here just to rebuild and to refocus and to create something that is actually mine and something that can't be threatened or taken because it belongs to me. I can't tell you enough how much your support has meant to me over the years. We're just getting started. Join the locals page. Obviously here you can support me and my work as an independent journalist, as an independent podcaster. We're still going to be doing 5 days a week. There'll be tons of announcements coming in the next couple of weeks. And I guess the last thing I want to say is thank you. And for those of you that don't want to be on locals and just want to support in any capacity, you can head to gocandace.com. Thank you guys.
So Candace Owens is saying, I will be bringing my show back 5 days a week. You got to sign up for my personal YouTube page. And I have a bunch of announcements to make. We think we know what's going on here. We think we know. We follow a lot of the news. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let's pop back over here to X, where Dave Rubin is saying that Daily Wire and Candace Owens parted ways. I predicted this yesterday on the PBD podcast. Oh, interesting. Patrick Bet-David podcast. Valuetainment. Isn't that the same guy that just had Candace Owens and Chris Cuomo on for a debate? Isn't that the same guy that just said he's going to be expanding massively? Isn't this the same guy that just hired Chris Cuomo after the Candace Owens debate? Who just tweeted, if you don't take care of great talent, someone else will? Patrick Bet-David. No, we like Patrick Bet-David. I got no beef with this guy. I think this guy's pretty cool. I got no problem with him. I think it's pretty base too. But Patrick Bet-David is sitting here sort of doing a Patrick Bet-David's doing a victory lap here.
Yeah, and then so some people on Twitter, you know, the Muppets who are going to believe whatever happens on the left, were doing some tweets. He cannot stand that a brilliant young black woman is dressing him down. I can't believe he was allowed to make the excuse me comment. Tony isn't used to having respect any woman, let alone a woman of color. Love it.
Yeah. So there's like this thing if you're a Muppet, and there's only it's not everyone's this way on the left, obviously, but there's this thing if you're a Muppet there you automatically just give credibility to black people.
Yeah. If you got sold that lie, you're ready to say, "Oh my God, she worked hard to get there. She did everything. She's real smart."
Exactly. And then that woman is carrying the water for the deep state, the uniparty, the bad guys. And because that she's put in power as a woman of color, any pushback against her is racist, and that works to shut down the conversation temporarily. And then the bad guys just kind of lead block with her and get their agenda across. Can you read the Memetic Sisyphus tweet that summed it up too?
This is literally corruption at the highest level, and it's like some sassy black lady. It's like, go get him. Yeah, Tony Bobulinski, he ain't got no credibility.
George Soros laughs.
Yeah, Memetic Sisyphus said, these moments are Rorschach tests where 80% of the population sees an insufferable moron who has gained too much power, and 20% who would applaud a black woman even if she dropped her pants and let a fart rip through the microphone, hailing it as denunciation of white supremacy.
Yeah. That's what I like to see.
You go, girl.
Yeah. Mr. Bobulinski's not going to be able to be a real whistleblower because this is who's in the way.
There's also like an incentive thing where Bobulinski's got fucking nothing to gain. This sucks for him. Everybody questions him, slanders him, does whatever, and he's just like kind of trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So...
Americans looking forward to meeting your new neighbour. Let's get to know one of them.
¡No, mamá huevitos que me vieron en el Walmart!
Seems like a nice guy.
Mi gente, he pensado invadir una casa en United States.
And remember, they're just here to do the jobs that Americans don't want to do.
Venezuelan migrant bragged about living off of U.S. taxpayer money.
Confieso que a mí no me gusta trabajar porque me da alergia. De los taxes que usted paga al mes.
Oh, not here to do any kind of job at all then. Who knew bone idle laziness was an allergy? Meet Venezuelan migrant influencer Lionel Moreno, who uses his 500,000 follower platform on TikTok to advertise the Biden administration's open border to all his mates back home.
Y es totalmente falso que las fronteras están cerradas. Las fronteras están abiertas. Capichi, para todas esas personas, muchas.
So obviously this DEI stuff is making it hard for normal Americans. White men, obviously are under attack. This is what the karaoke scene looks like now that white men are being kind of thrown under the bus. Very relatable.
It's grim.
You might get the opportunity to meet Lionel sooner than you think when he invades your house.
Mi gente, he pensado invadir una casa en United States.
Backed to the hilt by legalized narco tyranny.
Ya que me enteré que existe una ley que dice que si una casa no está habitada, podemos expropiarla. Capichi, invadir casas abandonadas. Ya que me he buscado unos códigos con mis amigos africanos y me dijeron que ya llevan como 7 casas expropiadas.
Looks like his African mates just invited all their friends.
Running out of time.